E3 is fast approaching, and there's so many rumors out there that it's like a rumor tornado is tearing through all of us. Today we are covering two of those rumors, including some new specs on the Nintendo Switch Pro and some new information on a new to come Metroid game. Coming up next on Mumbles. Welcome to MumblesVideos Gaming News, the show where I cover gaming news from all of the gaming companies out there. If this is your first time here, please do consider subscribing to the channel, ringing the little notification bell, and dropping a like on the video so you can stay up to date with all the gaming news that is to come on this channel. We do weekly videos of gaming news, so there's plenty of content there on the channel and coming in the coming weeks. Today we are covering two new rumors/leaks. One is on the Nintendo Switch Pro and some new specs that have come out about the system. And the second one is the rumored game Metroid that is coming out on the Nintendo Switch, potentially to be announced at E3. So guys, strap in, let's get into these rumors. So guys, we're going to start off with the latest Nintendo Switch Pro rumors. Now we got all kinds of new information regarding it, not just the Bloomberg report. We got new specs coming out about it. We got new things that have been leaked about it. So we're going to talk about those. But first, I do want to mention the Bloomberg article that came out that basically said, hey, Nintendo Switch Pro is going to be announced before E3. It sent people into a panic. They're saying $300. It's going to replace the Nintendo Switch base unit. People were going crazy about it. There was all kind of videos on YouTube about it, and it didn't happen. Now, I have looked into why this didn't happen, because I was curious, and one leaker that I like to cover, Samus Hunter 2 on Twitter, states that this is likely a result of the amount of things that Nintendo has on their plates, including Pokemon Presents and all their E3 stuff. It probably got pushed back a few days. She says to look for some kind of announcement potentially around June 2nd to June 3rd. So that's the latest news we have on that. But guys, we also have a lot of new news that no one's really talking about that I found very exciting regarding the specifications of this new Nintendo Switch Pro. Guys, my information comes from a reputable Spanish site named Vandal. Now, I have to be upfront and say that this article was in Spanish when I found it, so 3 years of Spanish class, I used Google Translate. So if things are a little bit off or different, that's probably why. But I think Google Translate did a pretty good job. So the first thing that this article claims is that the new Nintendo Switch is 4K compatible and it has an OLED screen. These are facts that were both mentioned by Bloomberg in previous articles. So no big news there. But what is new is that the Nintendo Switch will stay a similar size to what it is now. There will be a screen increase of 7 inches, according to this article, but it's going to be based on the fact that they're going to get rid of the bezel. So the black spaces on the screen, those are going to go bye-bye, and that's going to give us about a 7-inch increase in the size of the display. Unfortunately, this means that the Nintendo Switch will be keeping its current type of size as far as the body of the Switch goes. And it also unfortunately means that they're probably going to use the same JoyCons that they used on the base unit of the Nintendo Switch. The other information that we have gotten on this thing is that this new Nintendo Switch will come with a better stand, and it will also move the micro SD card from where it is currently to the back of the Switch unit. The final thing that this thing mentions, Nintendo Switch will be switching out its 2.0 USB ports for USB 3, 2 of those, and it will also now have a port for an Ethernet cable so you can connect directly to the internet, so no more slow internet speed. Finally, they also do mention that in Europe, do not expect any kind of Nintendo Switch Pro before November. So guys, that pretty much covers the article that we found. My biggest takeaway from that, first off, is Ethernet gaming is great. I love the idea of 4K. I've said that in previous videos before. Love the idea of OLED. And I love the idea of a better stand because the current stand on the Nintendo Switch, I'm constantly knocking that thing off. It just falls off so easily. So having a nicer stand akin to more other tablets out there is great. The one thing I don't like from this news is the fact that JoyCons basically sound like they're staying the same, which means we will still have Joy-Con drift. I don't like that. They really need to fix that. If they're updating the system, you need to update and fix that. So potentially Joy-Con drift is still there, which is very disappointing from Nintendo. So this idea of having 4K gaming is something that I love. We could potentially get a lot of new 4K games. Things are going to run better. And we could potentially have a new 4K Metroid game. We're we're going to swap gears into that idea of this 4K Metroid game. Now, this is a game that has been rumored by a lot of different leakers out there. We first saw stuff about it from Zippo. And I know some people out there saying, well, Zippo's not really a credible source anymore. I understand that, but more has come out in the last couple days that no one's really covering yet again. So I'm going to bring that information to you. Now, I'm going to go to Samus Hunter 2 on Twitter to start off this leak. She says, #DayLeak6. Don't forget this year is also the 35th anniversary of Metroid. While Zelda is going to get the most attention from the anniversary, Nintendo will release a brand new Metroid game. I'm hyped to see what they are going to do with Cozomes. #Metroid, #Nintendo Switch. Someone then asked in the comments, named Tech Screams, what about Prime Trilogy? She replies, MPTHD, Metroid Prime Trilogy HD, doesn't have a fixed release date. Being remastered, they are going to fit to a month if one important game is delayed. So even this year is possible. Then we also have another leak from someone else not associated with Samus Hunter, Arcade Girl 64. She actually recently did predict and leak Nintendo Game Garage, so she does have some credibility there. Metroid talk is making me very excited, but I'll wait until we actually see it. I'm praying that we do get a new 2D Metroid this year. That'd be a dream. She replies, I am confident we are getting a new Metroid game this year. Announcement of Switch hardware seems imminent as well. It's not just leakers that are saying that. We also have Walmart Canada posting this. This is a picture of a Metroid game yet to be announced. Could be any Metroid game. But they basically posted it on Canada, and usually when stuff like this happens, a game announcement is imminent. So what does all this mean? Basically, it means some kind of Metroid game is out there, and some kind of Metroid game is going to be announced soon. I do believe that this is the 2D Metroid game. I don't believe it's Metroid Prime 4, because I believe Metroid Prime 4 is way behind in production. Every article that we've seen come out about Metroid Prime 4, unfortunately states basically, hey, they're way behind, they're still trying to figure things out. So I don't think this is Metroid Prime 4, I think this is a 2D Metroid Prime, and I do believe it will be announced at E3 2021, and I'm very excited about that. But guys, we've had 2 rumors / leaks, one on the Nintendo Switch Pro, and one on Metroid. What are your guys' thoughts on these 2 leaks in the comments below? I'd love to hear from you guys, so let me know what your thoughts are. Anyways, guys, this is going to be Mumbles signing off. Please smack that subscribe button, smack the like button, smack all those buttons, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye, everyone. Take care.